Hello ladies and gents, welcome to my review of Mortal Kombat Legends Battle of the Realms. God damn, that's a really long title. It's a really long title. I really liked this. I had such a good time with this. I love an animated movie from time to time. I absolutely adore them. I really do. And this was no exception. This is a great animated movie. This is Warner Brothers showing exactly what they're good at. Warner Brothers animation is just impeccable. When they try, Warner Brothers animation is impeccable. Now, I didn't even know this came out. I got shot over a screener by a friend of mine. And again, genuinely, so good. I'm looking at some of the voice cast because they did such a good job. Such a good job. I had such a good time with this film. It opens the most brutal way ever. You got eyeballs popping. We're talking animated movie, of course, and people are like, "Oh, animated movies, they're not blah blah blah, they're not bloody enough, blah blah blah." There was eyeballs popping, there were rib cages snapping, there were electrocutions, so much so that bodies exploded. I loved it. Oh, I loved it. It's very good. Now, I do have a very small criticism of this. Of this movie, and it's not so much linked to pacing, but it's linked to the story. So we follow, the story is the final Mortal Kombat, right? Raiden versus Shao Kahn for the final Mortal Kombat. They petition the Elder Gods to have the end. Well, it's basically just the final Mortal Kombat. It's the final decider between Shao Kahn and Lord Raiden. But then it goes really balls to the wall. I will commend them for including the lore stuff, but I feel like the additional end part just wasn't necessary. So what they go and do, they have this final Mortal Kombat, which is the bulk of the movie, and if they just had that, that would have been great. But then they go a step further, a step beyond, and then they include the one being that started off all life and wants to merge all the realms and destroy everything, basically. And if they didn't have that, I think it would be a much better movie. But they have that, and I'm like, oh, it went a bit too far. It went a little bit too far. For my taste, anyway, I feel like it would have been a tighter, better, more concise film if they just kept to that Mortal Kombat fight between Shao Kahn and Lord Raiden's team. But it was very good all the same. Now, we of course have... there's everyone in this. I'm looking at it now. There's literally everyone in this. Johnny Cage was hilarious. Johnny Cage and Sonya Blade were very funny. The interaction between the two of them was funny as hell. And when Johnny Cage turns up for the first time, you're like, it's Johnny Cage. Of course it is. Of course it is. Jax Briggs was good. We had... Katana was actually pretty decent in this. I enjoyed Katana. Scorpion was good. Liu Kang was fairly good. I don't know what it was about Liu Kang. It was fine. But I think that's... It kind of went a little bit... Again, it went a little bit too far. If I'm thinking about the sort of story and things like that. It went just a little bit too far. Because he became the weird chosen one and became a bright orange god floating in the sky. Because then the Elder Gods gave him all of their power. And I'm like... What? Again, sure, lore things, great. Nice to include it. But a little bit unnecessary. It's almost like the animators were like, oh, people always critique that there's not much lore in these things. We'll just do all of it. And I'm like, whoa, Nelly, calm it down. Kung Lao was funny. So he got literally, oh my god, I can't even go into some of the deaths. There are people that get torn in two. There are people that have, just so brutal. So brutal. And I really like the animation. I mean, this is the animation, right? And this, to me, is what... I really like anime. I love anime, in fact. But this is what the West does you know, well, this animation style, this to me is like Western animation. It's very Warner Brothers. You know, it's very Batman the Animated Series. It's very in keeping with that, and I think it works very well. Very, very, very well. And you can see it. Like, I mean, it looks good. You know? I'm sure some people will try and critique it as some form of, like, anime ripoff. But I really do disagree, because this, to me, is very traditional Warner Brothers animation. It works very well. It looks incredibly similar to Batman the Animated Series. The thick, hard outlines that they have, you know, very much hard lining all the animated elements. The background is nicely, you know, sort of drawn and composed. It's really nicely done, actually. All of the stuff in this is really nicely done. It's a very well put together movie. Which is funny, because I look at this and I'm like, doesn't look a thing like it. Like, what is this? What is this? Doesn't look anything like it. Why did they have this as the poster when this is the animation style? I'm like, what are you doing? Very strange. Very strange. But they also included, like, a lot of the phrases, you know, fatality, finish him. Like, good. They included that all in a very nice, non-cheesy fashion. It all just worked. Really good. Oh, God, it's so bloody. There was even, like, F-bombs in it as well. It's so good. How do they manage to make a really good Mortal Kombat cartoon movie? How? 2021, the year of the Mortal Kombat movie being absolutely epic. The animated one. I had a really good time with this. I thought it was banging. Strong recommendation. Like, actually a strong recommendation from me. I think if you like Mortal Kombat, like, as lore and things like that, I think you'll really like this. I think they did a really good job. Like, undoubtedly, could they have done some things better? Yeah, probably. But I still think they did a really good job on this. So yeah, strong recommendation from me. If you've seen it, because I don't even know if it's out yet. But strong recommendation. If you've seen it, let me know what you think down below. If you are new here, consider hitting that subscribe button, because you stayed to the end of the video, so you must have enjoyed it somewhat. But thank you all so much for watching. I've been Mr. H. Take care.